Happy Saturday, Wiley here, checking in live with the Wiley Report. Wiley's Adventures, take 25. Anyway, today I got a chance to go to the museum with my lab group and advisor, and then we went to a soul food restaurant. It's Bronzeville Soul, and then I went thrifting. And then some other, my advisor and two of the postdocs, I don't know, they were riding around, and then I think they were having dinner at this restaurant. How was the museum? The museum was nice. I can't remember the name of the museum. It was the Science and Engineering Museum or the Science Museum. Don't get me with names. I paid $25.95 to go to this museum, and we were seeing is it Paul Tazewell? Tazewell exhibit, a costume designer for Harriet, for Wicked, and some co-collaborations with others on other different movies. It was a beautiful exhibit. It really was. No shade, no, I'm not being any kind of way about it. It was a really beautiful exhibit. Also, what else I looked at in the museum? They had a beautiful train industry exhibit. They had planes. They had wearable technology. They had a wind tunnel exhibit as well, and a water exhibit. So it was, and then they had a gift shop. And so we spent we left. They picked me up at 6:50. We got there probably about 9:20, 9:30, and we were there from 9:30 to close to 11:45. And then we left and we went to this restaurant called Bronzeville Soul. Bronzeville Soul, we got there at 12. Even though it said that it was open at 12, you stand outside waiting to get in. And it wasn't just my lab group. It was, other people who were coming to go to that restaurant as well. And then when they did open the door, probably like 12:05, 12:10, between 12:05 and 12:10, the guy just kind of like opened it and walked away. It was dismissive in many ways. And I'm not saying he should have had a, hey, welcome. I mean, I don't know his life. I don't know what's going on. But it just felt dismissive. I was like, okay, this is interesting. So you get in the restaurant, and he points and tells us that the board is to the right with what they have, what they're serving. So it was a soul food restaurant. I had fried chicken, string beans, and white rice. They did have macaroni and cheese, collard greens, catfish, baked chicken. That's a catfish. Yep. And then the sides, they had collard greens, string beans, candy yams, macaroni and cheese, white rice. You could get different types of teas, sweet tea, lemon, raspberry, passion fruit type tea, soda, water. They also had peach cobbler. And you basically ordered your food at the counter, and then they gave you a ticket, and then you went to the table and waited. Things I didn't know: one, that they were not for when you use your debit card, that you bypass entering a PIN. There was no information that told me that. And he was like, normally we don't like when people do that because it could show as credit, and then later it is canceled. I'm not down on his experiences with that. My bank doesn't work like that. If you ain't got it, it's not going through. Even when you do the debit for the gas, if you don't have it, then it's not going to go through. so I'm not down his experience, but I don't ever enter my PIN. I just don't ever do it. And then I also, like I said, I didn't see any notices that said that at the counter. I do confess I missed the fact that you have to pay a 15% gratuity if you're gonna eat inside the restaurant. Didn't see that, but he did put a cup out that we could give gratuity. Was the food good? It was very tasty. Went thrifting. Oh wait, so it was good food, decent. Would I go there again? The dismissive. I like kind, welcoming, nice people. Doesn't matter if you black, white, or however you identify. Dismissive behavior is always a huge nope for me. We left there and went to Trader Joe's. I like Trader Joe's. Where did I get coffees? I love Wake Up Blend. I also got some Ethiopian medium roast, some peanuts, some mango slices, and some rum. I was really there just for the coffee because I only have one, like 28 ounces left of the medium roaster wake up blend. I do have another container of that as well, so it's probably like, it's not 28 ounces, but it might be, 14 to 16 ounces worth of coffee. But I don't want to, run out. So I got my coffee, and then I wanted to try that Ethiopian medium roast. Probably because it reminds me of this coffee I had when I was going to graduate school the first time. They had a coffee shop, and it was, I can't remember if it was the Ethiopian medium roast or some other version, but I didn't write it down. So every time I see a different coffee, I try to try it and see if I like it. And I like medium roast. So then we left there and we went thrifting. I have never thrifted. It's not my thing. It's not that I'm bougie. It's just sometimes with the sizes that I wear, I don't always find my size. So it doesn't cause me to look and see if they even carry my size. So I, watched as lab members thrifted. And then we left there, went to a bookstore. It was a queer bookstore, kind of like zines and graphic novels. Interesting place. But I didn't find anything that I was trying to get there either. And then we left there and went to this bag shop. They sell all these bags. That was cool. I didn't find anything. And then we went to this Korean place because they wanted to get snacks. And I didn't find anything there that I wanted to eat because I wasn't hungry. And then we got in the car and we came back here. I think my advisor and the postdocs are at dinner. And that's okay. We were invited to go, but I was good when the car I was in was like, we're leaving at 5. I've been up since 5 in the morning. I don't have capacity to go to dinner at 6 and then come back. It took, 2.5 hours to get there? I don't have it. Even though I'm not driving, I don't have the bandwidth for that. So, but I appreciate it. I'm so grateful they invited me to come. And did I enjoy the exhibit? Yes, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. It was cool. Even the ride back was interesting. You say why? Because they sang in my car, they were singing High School High, the musical. All the songs. For me, it felt like being in Georgia with my brother who loves musicals. It's like, okay, I don't know none of these songs, but these are your songs. This date, your car. This what you watching. I'ma just listen. But yeah, that was my experience. I enjoyed it. And that was Wiley's Saturday adventure. Normally I wouldn't have done that, so it's okay. What I'm doing tomorrow, the writing retreat, because what we're doing, our dissertation. Hello, chapters 5 through 7. Anyway, I hope that wherever you are, whatever you're doing okay. You hanging in there. You having a good day. Peace. Thanks for listening to Wiley's Adventures on a Saturday. Have a good one.